Rebel Gaming Club, worst pickup guys. Welcome. I am Dan. This is our pickup show of all sorts of media varieties. We got a lot of fun stuff this week. Did a trade with my buddy Joe. We got all kinds of stuff. We got music related stuff. We got some nerd shit. We got some toys. Uh, definitely got some music. But before we get to that, I thought it's been a couple weeks. I've taken some time off, which has been nice. I wanted to lay low, kind of catch up on things around the house, which I've done. I've had to go to the dentist a few times. Had some cavities, took care of that. That was fun. So that's what I've been doing. Playing drums a lot, just rocking and rolling on the drums, having fun. I got my drums set up in the corner, my Partridge Family set. So it's good. It is really good. I just got a new phone. I got me an iPhone finally. I was sick of buying these like shitty Android phones from Walmart every year for like $100. They last 1 year and then you gotta like throw them away and get another one. So we got a phone that hopefully should last a couple years and take care of all that stuff. I figured it'd be good for the channel as well. And we got Richard Bryan Khan in the house. RBK, what's up, bud? We got some people. We're supposed to have Woodbarion on here, but I guess he's forgotten our date. We had a plan. Last week I hit him up. I said, Wood, we're going to do this, right? And he said, yeah, we're going to do this. I hit him up about an hour and a half ago. I haven't heard. So you just got me. That's what you got. But I got enough stuff. I feel good about it that we're going to be able to go through some fun stuff. But before we get to that, because I want to get a few more people, I see there's like we got a handful of people in here so far, so that's nice. But before we get to that, did I talk about this that I tried to watch the new Spider-Man movie? I don't know if I had mentioned this. I tried watching. I couldn't do it. Guys. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it just feels like a greatest hits. And I made it 1 hour in. I looked over at the girlfriend and she was like, are you feeling this? And I'm like, I'm not feeling this either. So it didn't happen. Shad Juice in the house. What's up, bud? We're just getting ready to do this live pickup, which is always fun. We like to do this live. And that way we can interact with you guys and kind of all just hang out. I'm still bummed out Woodbarion's not here. I was looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've chatted with him, so it was going to be fun. But like I said, hopefully you guys in the comments will be active enough where we can, shoot back and forth, have a good time with it. Up, and Matt's finally he's gonna catch a live episode. All right, I'm glad you're here, Matt. Feel free to chime in if you want to interact because I'm gonna need it. I tried this a few weeks ago and it bombed so bad. I felt terrible. I had to like delete it afterwards because it was just pure shit. It was bad. First thing I'm going to show this week is a 50-cent find at the thrift store. And we got a 7-inch 45 record here of the Go-Go's. We Got the Beat. You guys know this song. Super iconic. I love the Go-Go's anyways. I saw the documentary a few months back. These girls were on point. Just fucking foul, filthy, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful musicians. And this song, classic. And I love that cover too. Can't beat it. So it was a good start right there. I feel good about that. Richard Bryan Khan saying the same thing. It's a great cover. It really is. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was shocked to see it. And because you don't normally see Go-Go's 45s. There was a Duran Duran one there too. I left behind. I'm like, I like Duran Duran, but I should have probably grabbed it, but whatever, it's okay. Just got this in the mail off Macari. We have a Cliff Burton figure here. Look at that, guys, with his bass. So these got released. I feel like these were just released in the last couple months. But what happened was I have a feeling that the scalpers like bought them all up because when I went to try to find it locally, I couldn't find any of these. And then if you go on eBay, you were seeing them going for like 45, 55, $65. Someone had them on Macari for $18, so I snagged it up, which is really what I wanted to pay for it. We know Cliff Burton, Metallica, first three albums, the best albums, really, in my opinion. It's such a cool display piece, especially if you like early Metallica, which I really do. Master of Puppets, my favorite by far. Richard Brian Kahn says there's a cool King Diamond one from that series as well. I remember you talking about that. They're doing all kinds of figures now. I feel like there's one for maybe the singer of Exodus, maybe. So Shad Juice is saying that's cool. Those reaction figs are pricey. They are pricey. The problem is they're pricey right out the gate. So if you go to the store, it's going to cost you $20. And the figures are cool. Don't get me wrong, but are they $20 cool? Probably not for the most part, unless it's like the subject matter is perfect for you, right? So for me, Metallica, early Metallica, Cliff Burton, the only way you're going to get a figure of him is to buy it that way. So I felt all right with it. Burt Reynolds, mustache in the house. What is going on? I'm glad you made it. We just got some pickups. We're going through them right now. My buddy Baseline Ben swung by the house last week, and he was kind enough to sell me some of his. He was going to sell me a bunch of his games, but I had all of them pretty much. So what he had was one Switch game I didn't have, and it's called Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. I mean, he hooked it up. It was $5 he charged me. I think it's one of those independent kind of RPG top-down view. You can beat it in 3 hours, but the novelty of the name alone. Turnip Boy? Come on, guys. I feel like you probably would have popped on it too for $5 for certain. Shad Juice is saying he wants all the Ninja Turtle figures from that line as well, but $20 is rough. Once again, it is. Yeah. So if you're looking at $80 for the whole set of those, man, I wish they were like $12, then I could kind of justify it, but no way could I. I'm in the same boat. My thrift store, $1.75 documentary, It Might Get Loud, featuring Jack White, Jimmy Page, and The Edge. This is all about them talking about rock and roll and their guitar playing, and they're all sitting, hanging out, sharing guitar stories and playing together, and their influences and all that stuff. Such a good documentary. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but really, if you like rock and roll music, you'll love this. I didn't have a copy of it. It's still brand new, so it looks like this was sold at Walmart, so it was probably like $5 brand new or something. Burt Reynolds mustache. That damn Turnip Boy is always causing all types of white collar crime. That's right. I just got this off Macari because you guys know I'm pretty much over eBay because it's just so many people there. Where Macari, I feel like, is the Wild West. You can still find stuff randomly if you search hard enough and put in weird search titles and just like sift it daily. You'll find something eventually. I was able to find the complete series of The Fugitive, which was a TV drama crime show from 1963 through 1967, I do believe. It's just 4 seasons, 120 episodes. And you guys have probably seen the Harrison Ford The Fugitive movie in the 90s, from the 90s. It's same idea, guys. It was taken from that. He pretty much escapes, and he's trying to figure out who actually committed the murder on his wife. And there's a bunch of special guests in here from the 60s. You know how it works, like Twilight Zone and all these other shows. They always had all these really good actors making cameos and stuff like that. I paid $33 for this, so I'm thrilled by that. Beautiful box. We'll watch this up. Another Macari find for, I think I paid $9 total shipped for this. Key and Peele, the complete series. I'll be honest, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 segments, never watched the show. But I do like sketch comedy stuff, so I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy this. In living color, if it's anything like that, I think we'll have a good time with it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this. Woodbarion has shown up in the comments. Yes. I think I can send you a link. Hold on 1 second. We'll see if we can't get this done. Time out, guys. Let me see if we can get him in here. What else is going on here, guys? Oh, all week I was watching Ken Burns' Vietnam documentary. I watched 10 hours of that. It was really good. All right, Woodbarion, let's get you in here. I'm going to send the link to you right now. Hopefully this works for you. Hopefully you can get in. Let's see here. Back to the comments. All right. So while we wait for Woodbarion, hopefully this works out. Another documentary we picked up this week was this Peter, Paul, and Mary. Brand new once again. I love music documentaries. I could watch them all day long. Documentaries in general, but especially music ones. I've seen this. This was on PBS originally. So, I can get behind it. I like me some good folk music. Found this at the thrift. Monty Python and the Holy Grail Collector's Edition. Look at this. What it comes with, you open it up. Comes with the book, guys. We got a book in there. We got 2 discs. Monty Python, especially if as a kid growing up in the 80s, like you'd stay up late and try to watch it. You try to watch Monty Python. Burt Reynolds mustache asks the question: all-time favorite documentary. Woodbarion, can you hear me, bud?
Gotcha, man. Loud and clear.
Oh, look at that. You're in the house. You're with us. You're not that late, so that's good.
Nice.
Woodbarion, do you like documentaries?
I love documentaries, man.
Is there one that comes to mind that you're like, man, I've seen that documentary a handful of times. I really love it.
Oh, man. World War II in color. I've seen that a bunch.
Oh, all right. I got that one. That's a cool one. All right.
Does Band of Brothers count?
No. That's more of a, just based on some truth, but a drama. For me, there was one called Devil's Playground, I do believe, which was about the Amish when they turn 16 and they get to go out and decide if they want to stay in the religion or if they want to go out. But when they go out, they start smoking crack. They're like getting drunk, going to all these parties, having sex, like going wild. And they have to figure out within the year if they're going to go back
or go
back to the religion, or if they're going to stay in the world. And if they're going to stay in the real world outside of that, they lose all contact of family. They start with nothing. So that documentary is one that always I think about it over and over.
Check that out, man.
Yeah, it's a really good one. So that would be the number one on my list. But there's My Brother's Keeper is an amazing one. There's so many. Well, we got another comment. Oh, Wood, loving that beard.
Thanks, man.
Gosh, loving that beard. Oh, this Chris Rock stuff. It's crazy.
RBK, what up?
So I just went through some pickups, just some random stuff I found. Some stuff had you seen this?
No, I missed it, man. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Cliff Burton figure.
Heck yeah, dude.
That was the
Nice.
one the main one that I was like, man, if you were here, I know you would have, you'd be like Metallica. You grew up with Metallica.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, I got one in the pickups. I think no, I don't. Never mind.
Well, what you're here now? Why don't you show some pickups and we'll focus on you
What
here for a
What do
sec.
you want to start with, Dano? Like music or?
Whatever you got, it doesn't matter. Do 2 or 3 things at a time essentially, and then we'll bounce back and forth.
Okay. Well, the first two things I got's DVD stuff, and I know all you guys out there is gonna dig on some of this. There's some Ninja Turtle DVDs there. So I know all of us love the Ninja Turtles, right?
We do. So what? Those are just episodes from the TV
Yeah,
series.
Volume 3, and then the complete season 9. Pretty cool. I done watched both of them. And then
You find those real cheap, $1 a piece, $1.50. What was it?
no, these was actually like 10 cents a piece down at
Oh.
the flea market, so that was pretty cool for those. And I guess we can jump into some music here. And these were, I think they were cheap too. It was like buy so many for $1 and you get this many. I don't remember what it was, but got some Offspring.
Oh man, that was a big album right there.
Yeah, man, I love that shit. Got the very best of the Eagles. And I
Yeah.
know it's backwards. I was trying to figure out how to flip that around, but got the Eagles. And oh, look at this. Jim Croce sealed.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Got some Kiss.
Oh, classic. You can't go wrong with Destroyer.
Heck yeah, man. Let's see. We got the Red Hot Chili Peppers greatest hits.
I just found a copy of that too. Crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
Small world, right?
Yeah, it is.
Let's see here. Next thing we got is, and they've got actually maybe 1 or 2 songs that I dig, but a lot of it's just way out there. Mastodon. So this is Once More Around the Sun. Check out that cover.
Well, that's a great cover. Yeah, as far as like the new metal bands, it's like right up there with Lamb of God and stuff like that, right? There's like a handful of those metal bands that kind of broke through.
Like Man of War. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff, man.
That's an incredible find right there. You don't see much Man of War out there.
Yeah, I had the bus thing, but I let somebody borrow it. I was going to show that off tonight, but was talking about that on what was it, Rebel Rock the last week or whatever?
A couple weeks ago, probably.
Yeah. So then we got some Megadeth. This is 13. That's one of their newer albums.
I don't know that one.
And I couldn't leave this behind because I love Pirates of the Caribbean and I love the soundtrack. So we ended up picking up Hans Zimmer's music from Pirates of the Caribbean. Damn, I'm blind.
Awesome. I've gotten that. I found a copy of that one too in the past. That's a great one.
Nice. And then this one was crazy. I was like trying to figure out, which song. I thought that Elton John was the one that sung this song back in the day, and I was like, dang, no. It is Scissor Sisters. And the song is Take Your Mama. I thought that was Elton John. I don't know if you guys can see that. My camera's terrible.
Are you sure that that's not Elton John originally though? Scissor Sisters are from the last like 15 years.
For real? Oh, it does. It says here music. Yeah, Elton John's involved with it. So okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's just the straight up cover that they did of Elton John, because you got to put the writer on there, I would assume.
Right.
It's cool. Scissor Sisters are cool. So let me see what I got here. I made a trade with my buddy Joe. He came over this past week. It was a really good hang, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to catch up with people you haven't seen in a while, and it's weird. We both went through similar things in life, getting our shit together. So we just hung out, chatted. I had no clue he was into collecting junk too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's always good.
It is always good. So we made this cool trade. The first thing he traded me, I saw this. He had a whole box of stuff. We got a Welcome Back Cotter cup.
Nice.
Got the Sweat Hogs there, Rubber Nose, Barbarino. I mean, that's just
That is awesome, man.
from 1976 too.
Yeah.
Original cup right there. Um, he had some VHS tapes. First one's this live Tesla performance from 1989.
Tesla, man. I like them. Yeah.
They're on tour right now too, and they still sound killer.
What?
That's
Tesla,
what
Tesla is on tour right now.
right now. They're
Wow.
my coworker's going to see them next month, I do believe.
Nice.
We got this Black Crows VHS. Look at that cover, huh?
Yeah. That is crazy.
I love me some Black Crows.
Black Crows are good, man. Totally underrated, in my opinion.
They
By a
are
lot of people that's modern, it's like, that's some good stuff, man.
Yeah, think about it too, because Black Crows came out the late '80s. So the stuff they were doing sound wise there was no other bands that were kind of doing that. I guess Guns N' Roses a little bit with Appetite was kind of like a throwback, and a few ways to like Aerosmith and stuff like that. But Black Crows were doing a very similar thing, but a little more, I don't know, streamlined, I guess. And also he traded me this David Bowie.
Nice.
Serious.
Like some Bowie, man.
Oh, this is like a full like performance on there. It's 90 minutes of songs. So, man, I love me some.
You just can't go wrong, man.
You can't. Bowie is so damn good, and he went through so many different phases, and most of it's on point. So that was the beginning of the trade. We're gonna go to the comments real quick. Burt Reynolds mustache. That Mastodon cover is done by an artist, Skinner. Check out his other work. All right, so we just
done.
Found out a fact there. Definitely have to, because that cover's cool as hell. What album in any medium do you see the most at the thrift?
For me, it would probably have to be Britney Spears.
Really?
For real, man. Everywhere I go, I see some kind of Britney Spears stuff.
That's funny you say that, because I've found Britney stuff like once at my local thrift. I grabbed it because I'm like, I can listen to it. I understand the novelty of Britney Spears, so I'm like,
honestly, Dan, I like Britney. I like some Britney. So.
Yeah, it's not bad as far as bubblegum pop goes. Man, it's not. So that's funny that you see that all the time, because I don't. As far as the stuff I see all the time, where I'm like, I see Alanis Morissette quite a bit. I saw a copy of it today, and I left it. I'm like,
I never see her.
All right.
Never.
What else do I always?
The Cranberries. Do you ever see the Cranberries stuff?
Yep.
I don't never see that stuff, and I love some of the Cranberries too, man.
I saw Cranberries today again. I was like, and I left it because I see it like once or twice a month. I see it there, so it's funny how that works. I guess the regions, we got different. Yeah. RBK says, "Yo, that Black Crows, yeah, that VHS was awesome.
That is awesome."
Eagles' greatest hits. Yeah, the one you found. I just found that too. It's funny, I
mean, the Eagles, man, they're one of those legendary bands that just any time of the night or day or whatever an Eagles song comes on, I mean, it just makes you feel good,
Yeah, unfortunately, classic rock, like radio stations have kind of ruined it, because you've heard those songs like 1,000 times.
That's the thing about me. I totally quit listening to the radio. Yeah. And it started back in like the 2000s, early 2000s. I completely quit listening to it because it's like these DJs are picking the same songs every day. It seemed like just burning them up, just ruining the music, man.
Yeah, but I like the Eagles too, but I like the stuff that you never hear. The stuff that aren't the hits, because I'm like, man, I've heard it so many times. NG says he sees a lot of Garth Brooks stuff.
Wow. Believe it or not, I mean, I live in Tennessee, and I don't ever see Garth Brooks stuff. And this is, a lot of people like country around here. So I figured you'd see, a lot of Garth Brooks. I mean, they sold like what, 1 billion records or something?
Oh, Garth Brooks, so many, and I see a lot of country stuff from that time period. It's all that '90s country stuff constantly at the thrift. But I don't. I'm like not a fan of that '90s country at all. So I always leave that stuff. Well, Shadju says he picked up an Eagles Live double disc today.
Nice, man. Oh, Shad, man, I ain't seen him in a minute.
I know it. So Wood, do you want to get back to your pickups here? We'll see what else you got here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what we got to. I think we went through all the music related items we had, but check this box set right here, man. This is the complete trilogy to Back to the Future box set. So yeah, Dan, you got me hooked on these box sets now. So, and I'm actually finding some pretty good stuff, man. So we got Back to the Future there. That's the whole complete trilogy, and I love some Back to the Future, man.
It's just a nice looking box, right? It's a nice box to have on the display. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good, right? It totally does. And check this out. And I think every one of us here is going to be behind this pickup.
Yep.
Double feature, 1 and 2, Ghostbusters. Oh, I love the Ghostbusters, man.
Well, that's funny that you brought that. You just showed that. What did you happen to see the new movie that was released?
I did, and I liked it. Believe it or not, I thought it was awesome, dude.
I thought so too. I thought the way they tied in the past with what's going on now.
Yeah, right? Man, totally.
And it had the same charm. Like it was just. It was good fun, and I was going into it being like, I don't think this is going to be very good.
I thought the same thing, dude, especially after that last one
that
I had high hopes for, and then this one I was like, nah, it can't be. And then I was like, surprisingly, I was surprised, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, but when I finished up, I was like, man, like they meshed it really well with the old stuff, and giving a nod to the old characters as well as having these new people kind of stand up on their own. And we got a comment, Shad Juice. I like the new one too. Bought it on Blu-ray. So, I mean, that says something right there. So, yeah, let's get back to the pickups, Wood.
Oh, man, so the next thing we'll do a couple video games, and we got these down at the Flea for cheap. These were $2.50 a piece, and, I wouldn't just say, I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm an everything kind of guy. So if it hits me the right way, dude, I pick it up. So Sinking City, this is like, I don't really know that much about it, but it looks like some kind of horror-based game or whatever. Looks pretty cool. And then I'm a big Resident Evil fan, so finally got Resident Evil 3, and no, I did not pay $59.99 for that. So yeah, I love Resident Evil.
That remake is really good too.
Did you play the second one, the remake for the second?
I did, yeah. I've played both of those and had a blast with them.
So do you need me to keep going, or because I just got like a couple more items?
Oh, I can hop right back in.
Yeah,
I want to talk about. It's funny the Ghostbusters. When my buddy Joe was over, he had a bag of toys, and I'm like, "What do you got in there? What does he pull out?"
Oh, no way, dude!
Yep, we got Winston right there. We got Egon right there.
That's the vintage ones too, right?
Yeah, that's what he said. It's just been in his attic that he's had them.
That is so awesome, dude.
Yeah, so we got all 4 of them, plus he had a couple extra ones from, I guess, a different line. And these are cool, but not as cool as just like the standard uniform.
Yeah.
And there was out of all of them, he still had 2 of the packs.
Oh yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah, like what?
That was so cool.
That's what I thought. I was pumped on that, and he pretty much hooked that up. He was just like, you know what? I want you to have that. Because at that point, our trade, it was like one of those things where I was like, man, I don't really have much else to trade. He's like, just throw in some fucking horror VHS. And I did, and he hooked it up. So that was very kind of him. He also hooked it up with Big John Studd.
Big John Stud. Nice.
You could see behind me right here, I got all
Yeah.
the LJN wrestling figures. I got about 25, I would think. So Big John Studd was one of the ones I was missing. He's a little rough, but at the same time, I'm all good with it. Did you know what Go Wood?
I think the only one of those I ever had was the Macho Man. Oh yeah, that was my favorite wrestler, dude.
Oh, he's
And those
great.
are cool. Those are super cool, man. Dan.
Yeah, the only thing sucked about these as a kid, you couldn't pose them. So it was like you're trying to like wrestle with them, but you can't move anything.
Yeah.
You really had to use your imagination. But so yeah, when you think of Big John Studd, do you think of any wrestler that he had feuds with? This took me a minute. I had this discussion a few months ago with my brother.
That's a good question. I mean, wouldn't it? The one guy. I can't remember the dude's name, but I think I know who it is.
No, you would know it. So I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you, Woodbarion. His biggest feud he ever had was with Andre the Giant.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Because they were having a battle over who the real giant was. Because Big John Studd was 6'10", 365 pounds.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
So he would have almost come eye to eye pretty much with Andre. So that was like the closest like giant versus giant battle. So that's where he made his claim to fame pretty much was with those feuds. So,
I cannot believe I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I always thought I was like maybe it was Junkyard Dog.
That's who I was thinking of. Yes.
So, but no, Andre didn't really have a feud with Junkyard Dog. It was and then obviously Bobby the Brain Heenan was his manager at one point. So yeah, he had some clout. A couple more things from my buddy Joe. Hooked it up with this book. I Slept with Joey Ramone. This is by Mickey Lee, and he is the brother of Joey Ramone.
Mickey, whoa, I didn't know that. So you learn a lot of stuff here. This is nice. I love it.
Yeah, and I lucked out when I was touring with River City Rebels. We stopped at a rest stop, and I was going in. All of us were going in to go to the bathroom, and Mickey Lee was coming out of the rest stop, and he stops us. He goes, "Who are you guys in a band?" We're like, "Yeah, River City Rebels." He goes, "Oh, that's awesome, man. My name's Mickey. I'm Joey Ramone's brother." And we're like, kind of looked at him like, "No." And then of course we did the research afterwards. Sure enough, it was him. Real nice guy. And now I got his book. So
nice. And I love the Ramones, dude.
Ramones are perfect. You really can't go wrong with them.
No solos. I mean, just awesome.
Yeah, you know all those songs instantly. Last thing, this is funny. You were talking about I turned you on to collecting some box sets.
Oh yeah.
So my buddy Joe, I did the same thing to him. He was watching the channel and he's like, he got hip to box sets right away because some of them are worth a lot of money, some aren't, but they're fun to collect and you can still find them out there because scalpers aren't trying to like buy them all up. What did he find for $12? He found the complete MacGyver.
Oh my God, that is beautiful. That's 139 episodes of that show.
Yeah,
139 episodes. Yes.
So from 1985, this started. It ended in 92. But you remember this as a kid, like chewing gum, like use the aluminum, like you're like a rapper making bombs to get out of tricky situations.
He built a whole airplane and flew to safety on that show off of a cliff.
Yeah. So when Joe showed me this, I was like, and it's one of the last big box sets that I wanted for my collection where I'm like, I'm down to like 3 away from being like, we're good. We got everything we've ever wanted. This was one of those. So he hooked it up. I gave him some money for it because obviously this goes for like $50 to $65 on eBay. So, I had to like supplement his efforts on finding that. So he hooked me up with a nice deal. We both won on the deal. And now we got MacGyver.
That is a sexy box set right there.
And he's so what is his name? Richard was it Richard Dean Anderson? Is
Yeah,
that
Richard Dean Anderson. Yeah.
he's 72 years old now. He's still kicking around. Pretty impressive stuff.
Wow, I didn't even know he was still alive.
I know it. That's what I'm saying. Back to the comments real quick. RBK says, anyone seen the new Batman movie?
Mary has, and I'm waiting until I can see it. And she's been very patient with me about it.
Yeah,
But
I
she
have not.
says it's more kind of real, kind of like, you know how they did the Joker, then it's the Batman. So there you go.
Yeah,
But yeah, I definitely want to see it.
my girlfriend saw it as well, and I haven't seen it. She went to the theater with her little sister, so I'm gonna wait until I can watch it at home. It's a long movie, 3 hours. I heard.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be great. Burt Reynolds mustache. Wow, those Ghostbuster figures are dope. Yeah, they really are. I'm pumped.
Oh.
It's going to display nicely on my 80s toy shelf, which is it's going along pretty well right now. Matt says, yes, it was Andre that had the feud with Big John Studd.
I still can't believe I didn't remember that.
I mean, I'll be truthful. I didn't remember it either because I had that discussion at work with my brother months back, and I'm like, Big John Studd, who was his main opponent? And I just for the life of me couldn't figure it out. And Matt's also saying they had some good matches together. So, and RBK just says, "Dang." So yeah, that's almost all of the stuff that I found. Do you have anything else over there you got?
Yeah, I've got 3 more items.
Okay, then let's we'll pick it back up.
So I don't remember the prices on these, but they were pretty cheap. We got the Lord of the Rings DVD set. Those boxes just look cool as hell too.
They are cool, and they have when you open them up, they got some. I feel like they had some stuff inside of those. I have those, but it's been a while since I opened it. I feel like there's a map, maybe.
Yeah, there is.
There is a map, right?
Yeah, there's a map here.
Yeah, that's like built right into. Yep.
Yeah. So those are cool, and I love the Lord of the Rings. I like all that, barbarian stuff.
Well, and those are extended versions too, so that adds like an extra 45 minutes to each movie.
Yeah, and then let's see, we'll go with this one. And Dan, I think you're a horror guy, right? You like horror movies.
I like horror. I'm more of a comedy guy, but I can appreciate good horror as well.
So these are some old ones that are really good, man. Some Lon Chaney in there, Phantom of the Opera and stuff like that. Nosferatu is in there. It's like the set. They're all sealed. So.
Oh, all right. That's cool. Yeah, some of the early stuff. I've never seen that box either.
Yeah, I hadn't either. And I'm gonna save the best one for last, but the next one, we was talking about our horror guys, and I think you picked Freddy, right?
That's I'm a Freddy guy.
So we got Friday the 13th. This is the complete series. So I was always kind of the Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers guy.
Oh, I see. I mean, I've never seen that box set either. That's a good snag right there.
Yeah, man. I think right now, well, sealed, it goes for pretty good on eBay, but
you gonna hold on to that one?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah,
all my horror stuff, I'm definitely holding on to that.
That is awesome.
I got one more item, so I want to save that till kind of near the end.
Yeah, we'll hang on to that because guess what? CM Retro is in the house.
What up, CM? I almost wore that shirt too, man.
Could have. Good to have you in here. It's been a while, Chris. And we got Yesay Asha in the house too.
Yesay Asha.
Yesay right now is on. Wood, do you remember when we were watching The Tribe, that show from New Zealand a couple of years ago? So Yesay, a video game just came out based on The Tribe.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a real shitty lo-fi RPG.
Okay.
Yesay's doing a let's play of it on his channel. And
I gotta see that, dude.
yeah, he's going so slow too, purposely. He's like dragging the thing out. He's gonna have like 200 parts to this let's play. Um, he just gets really high and has a good time with it. So
Nice.
that's what Yesay Asha has been up to. Let me go to my notes here. See if hey, have you are you caught up on The Walking Dead? The new
I
season?
am not.
Okay. No spoilers, no spoilers. I just I just watched like 10 episodes in the last 2 days. So I was curious what your thoughts, but if you haven't, no big deal. I'm
That's
just
one of those. That's one of those shows, Dan, that everybody was talking about it. And I love horror and zombies and stuff. And I was like, man, everybody's talking about this show. It can't be good. And it was good. It was like Breaking Bad. Did you get into Breaking Bad at all?
no, only because I don't do shows with drugs. I just
Okay, I got you.
drives me nuts. But I understand it's probably really good. But the combination of the two, it just makes me angry. But um,
Gotcha.
I can understand how it's well done and stuff like that. And this, yeah, Walking Dead it's just amazing that it's still going on.
It is, man. I've got a shirt and stuff. I mean, I love the show. I love zombies, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, and the fact that it's a show that's still going on,
For real, yeah.
so we won't. I will say this: the new season is just as good as any season I've seen of the show.
Well,
Which
that's
says
good.
quite a bit, you know what I mean? Because there was some lulls
There
in
was some, that was down, and yeah, but it's good to
it
know that it's going back up on an up note.
really is. We got some comments. Dan, I'm going to an 80s toy convention Sunday. If I find some cool stuff, I'll send you send your way. DM me where to send a package to. Well, thanks, Matt. Just hit me up on Facebook, man. I don't mind. If you find something cool, cheap, let me know. So that's awesome. Richard Ryan talking about yesterday, yeah. What else do I got in these notes here? What about Our Flag Means Death? Have you heard about this show?
No.
Okay. Then we're not going to be able to discuss that because but you'll eventually catch up on that. It's a comedy show. I believe it's on Showtime. It will be in rotation here in the next year, I'm sure, but it's brand new, so no big deal. CM Retro says Stub the Zombie on PS4 is only $19.99 at GameStop right now, new. Do you got it, Wood?
I've got it on.
You got it on the original Xbox.
Yeah, I think I got it back here somewhere.
Yep.
It is a fun game, man.
It's so much fun.
You can like run around and grab people, chew on them, like pee and stuff. It's just absolute fun, really.
Did you get to the dancing part where you're gonna like dance off the disco?
Yeah. Yes.
I got stuck there. I couldn't get past it.
I can't. If it hadn't been for my son, I'd have never got past that part.
Oh, all right. That's funny. But CM, I picked it up on the Switch for $20 as well. I think that's pretty much the retail price it was out the gate, I'm pretty sure. But it's well worth it just to have it on the modern console as well. I have it on the Xbox over here as well.
It's a pretty pricey title too on the old consoles.
Yeah, yeah. The game crashes though.
Oh.
That's good. Yeah, I saw CM. You were doing some Let's Plays on that, I do believe. We got some love for Yesay Asha. I'm not saying there might be a Rebel Gaming Club comeback, but things are starting to line up. I'm not saying I'm just saying there might be something brewing.
I love when y'all brought it Yesay in. He was making the little music skits and stuff. That was so funny, dude. And he was actually good. I mean, he had talent.
I know it. Yesay is a treasure. He is a treasure. CM saying he streamed it last weekend. Yep, that's what I was seeing. CM, you always stream it like at the craziest hours, though. It's like I
Yeah, and
got
I
to get up
always miss
first
them.
thing in the morning, and I'm like he's like going through the night and stuff. I'm like, man, I usually can't do that. I'm like, I'm out. Uh, what else we got here? Thoughts on the resurgence of blading in professional wrestling? Has it gone too far again? So blading is just bleeding, causing yourself to get juiced. I There's been a couple times. I don't think it's gone too far. Like the big one that just happened was the CM Punk one was the big one that just happened. The feud in AEW where he's bleeding all over the place, and I'm fine with it. It's just blood, just a little scar. Woodbarion, do you watch modern wrestling?
No.
So you got no, yeah, you're out of the loop. And the only reason I know anything that's going on, I don't watch it, but I listen to Jim Cornette and his
Oh yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
So that's the only reason I know what's going on. I can work and catch up on all the shitty wrestling and know what's going on. Uh, how is the collecting going over there as far as video games go?
Oh man, I'm telling you, it's like super dry right now. It's finding anything is like ridiculous. But I found the two PS4 games, but other than that, I understand why you're not, pursuing that faithfully anymore.
You can't. There's just
You
nothing
can't.
to show. That's why I had to like move on, and it just like it ruined everyone's vibe because everyone's in such video game mode. But yeah, you hit a point where you're just like, I'm grateful for what I do have because now it's unless you want to pay retail all this stuff, and that all seems to be up like 20%
Yeah,
from
man.
what we had originally paid for stuff that it's priced out. So it's like what you have is what you have. You appreciate it.
Mhm.
And every once in a while you get lucky, but it's pretty much over.
Yeah, but for me, it's like if I'm watching a channel, I'm not just only there for the video games. I'm there actually for the creator and what they're doing. So
It's
that's
exactly that's
that's
what
what
I've
I
always been.
always watch RGC.
Yeah, because you can always learn something. It doesn't,
Right.
there's so much and we all like music. We all love, all the different types of media out there. You can have some sort of connection with. And I guess a lot of people don't have that though. That's the other problem. It's tunnel vision. It's like all I care about is video games. I want video game tattoos. I want everything video game in my life. I get that too, but at the same time, you got to have a little bit of variety. Otherwise, I feel like you could get burnt out quick on something like that.
Indeed.
CM Retro is saying, yes, Dan. Other than the 3 childhood NES games I need, I'm happy with my collection. See, I guess we've all hit that point in life where it's like, you know what? We're getting older, right? We're in our 40s
Yeah.
now. It's like, man, we got some years ahead of us, some good years, but it's like we know we can only play so many games. We only have so much free time. How are we going to get to all this stuff? And most of us, we have collections that are so big that there's no hope that we're going to get through all this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way, man. I mean, a lot of these games, especially the RPGs, are what 10 hours at best, at least. I mean,
Oh,
10 hours at least.
you're talking like
Some of them,
40 hours.
yeah, some of them up in 40 hours. I mean, geez.
So, and the good thing is we have these libraries though that are just massive and they're fun visually to be around, but it's obviously if you get bored, I'm never bored. I'm like I will never be bored the rest of my life, really. So, CM Retro was saying he doesn't hunt as hard as he did 2-3 years ago. Yeah, I mean, and I've noticed with Chris's channel, he's gone the route of other things too. It's a lot of Lego stuff. It's you got to have other interests as well. It just cannot be that single thing because now everyone's so hip to it. I feel like we all kind of came in at a similar time, and the stuff was still like it was still really good, but everyone got hip to it, and then all of a sudden you have these massive channels spreading the word, and that didn't help either. All of us were so small that we knew amongst each other, but the rest of the world didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I initially started watching CM Retro at the beginning with YouTube, all of it. He was the first channel that I started watching. He gave me, some clout and some shout outs and all that stuff. And through him, I found Rebel Gaming Club. And I was like, dang, and you helped me out too. You guys did. I mean, I got stickers. I've got Keepsake of Love back here, the album.
That's what it's all about. I'll be honest. In Wood, I remember the first time we did a live stream. I believe he was on Tight Whites or CM's. It was one or the other. We had a bunch of people on.
Oh,
you popped in for the first time, and and it was the same night that we met Hav for the first time in a stream.
Yeah,
it was so good, and come to find out, I mean, we had a lot in common, and kind of that was the start of a friendship online here, where it's like, yeah, we've never met in person, but
yeah.
I feel
and
like
I had never done anything like that before, man. I mean, I live in the hills of Tennessee, dude. I'd never been on the internet. I just got it and was trying to branch out and meet people and, share stuff and all this stuff. I was like, holy shit, I felt really humbled that everybody's like real nice on here. It wasn't like grammar school. People was beating you up and talking trash to you. It's like everybody was trying to give you a hand up and help you out, I was like,
yeah, no, it's true. And
the world's not a terrible place after all.
I miss that golden age of it, because we really had something moving where everyone was so active and stuff was happening, and there was a lot of crossing with channels and creative stuff on top of just information that was being had, and then trades, and it was so much fun. It was like 20 of us that were all doing it, and I miss those days. I really do.
Yeah, man, me too.
But it makes sense now. We made lasting friendships that I think
that's why I'm glad you're doing what you're doing right now. I mean, this needs to happen more often.
Yeah, I think so too. It's been a struggle for me to figure out what to do with the channel, because we set the bar really high with so much production as far as people involved in what was happening daily with it, and like the amount of time I spent weekly on it was like 12 hours a week, which I can't dedicate anymore. But I'm like, how do I still like interact and have a quality channel that inspires people to do something different? And I'm glad I can do that, even if it's collecting box sets. If you're like, man, that looks fun, I want to do some of that. That makes it worthwhile. So then, I'm not alone doing it, and you can share those kind of finds. And when you find a Seinfeld box set that's like a holy grail, I can be pumped for you, because I'm like, that's amazing, because that is like through the roof. CM says, I started a toy channel. It's called The Toy Freaks. See, I'm so out of the loop that I did not even know that. So
I didn't either.
Now we do. That's another thing. We gotta network a little bit better here, because I feel like we all just kind of went our own parted ways a little bit. We kind of stay in touch, but it's not quite the same. My buddy John says, rip Taylor Hawkins, the drummer from the Foo Fighters.
Oh, dang.
Did you hear about that he passed away?
No, I just now heard it. It's like, dang.
Yeah, he was young. He was only 50.
I know, that's young.
Drugs, man.
Fuck.
Drugs ain't good. RBK says, I can't even find Wii shovelware. I need a thrifts. I'll be honest, I still see a little bit of shovelware on the Wii, but it's not much. There ain't much to be seen.
Just RBK, let me know what you need. I got tons of Wii shovelware.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't sell that stuff on eBay. It ain't worth nothing. So if you need it, man, we'll work something out. I'll send it to you.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny, right? Because it like the hope is maybe in like 10 years, when you're like collecting it and having it in your house, you can like maybe get a couple dollars out of it. But
Oh, it's like I got $5 for it 10 years later. It's like,
Yeah, I made 75 cents off of this.
yeah.
Shad Juice just said the community broke into a bunch of small cliques or just left. Uh, yeah,
Well, yeah, I guess in the point he's right, but I wouldn't think of myself as a clique. I mean, with nobody. I mean, I just hang out with the people I like or whatever. I guess that would be the definition of a clique, though, right? Are
yeah.
we a clique, Dan? Are we a clique right now? Is this what's happening?
You know, I maybe it's a clique. I didn't feel like I was either. I feel like everyone just kind of got burnt out at once. And like, and I know with Shad Juice, like the selling stuff was like he took off with that. Like obviously he'd been doing it for a while, but like he put his focus on that. And which was awesome for him, you know what I mean? But I feel like for me that wasn't what I was looking for. And you know what I mean? Like I get it what he was doing. Same with like Tight White. He does like the food reviews now.
Uh,
So
I got
yeah,
drama with that White, man. He said some wrong shit to me, man. So he can just fuck off. I'll just tell you like that. Fuck Tight White.
yeah. But you see what I'm saying? Like where everyone
Yeah.
kind of went their own direction and like we all came together over this one thing. And then when people started to kind of be like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, I feel like that's probably what happened and how it kind of all,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we can all recognize that, you know, we had to explore a little bit, but, you know, oh, speaking of MC Murr's in the house.
Murder. What up, Murr? He's out there thrifting, finding stuff at the flea markets and stuff.
He is. He's one of the last ones still finding shit because we ain't finding
Yeah,
nothing.
because we ain't finding nothing over here.
Oh, man. Let's see. We got my buddy Graham's in the house. That's good. Hey, Graham. Um,
I got mad respect for people that can go out there and turn $1 though, and the knowledge
yeah,
they know. It's like
I like
Stan Juice. He's been doing it for a long time, like you said. I mean, he's got a little drawer on Commonwealth Pickers channel that he goes to and pulls stuff out of. You ever watch that show? I know you're not a reseller kind of guy, but unfortunately I lost my job, so now I resell full time on eBay. So I've learned a lot from Shad Juice and a lot of other people doing that. So, but
yeah,
anyways, I got mad respect for somebody that can go out there in the field like that and have all that knowledge in their head also, and not just on a phone, and be able to know this is worth this or that or that.
yeah. I respect all that stuff too. I just the only problem with that is when you do. I don't even mind if you do that stuff, but when you start
Just don't
putting
make
it,
a video about
you
it.
put it online, it's like, man,
Yes,
now everyone and I get it. That's why people watch that because they want to learn that. But the problem is
exactly.
everyone in there, like I go to my thrifts, man, everyone's got their phones out. They're like
Mm-hmm.
scanning everything. I'm like, what are you guys doing? You guys must have like I can get you a job right now, $20 an hour. Like it's got to be better than scanning everything in this damn store right now.
And all the sellers, man, they're seeing this and they're thinking, well, I mean, I can look it up and see what it goes for too. And if you want to buy it for me, you can pay that price too. So it's changing all that. We're not just going out and finding all this cool stuff like we used to for collections for, a good price. It's all inflated now because of channels that are doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that 100% true. Murs says, yeah, the reseller aspect is apparently more interesting to the masses. And it is. They don't care what the item is. They just want to
Nope.
learn what it is so they can add it to their list of things they need to find to make that dollar, which that
Yep.
sucks.
Turn a profit. Yep.
That sucks so bad. Just
Because I'm telling you, Dano, man, there's no going to the flea markets now and finding something as simple as let's say Mario Duck Hunt. If I went to the flea market down in town and found that game today, they'd be asking $10 to $15 for that cart, which I don't need it, but you get my drift.
yeah, before you'd be like $2, okay.
Yeah.
$5, okay. Yeah. It really bums. CM Retro says, I agree with Shad. Once the money really started coming into it, people started to clout chase and hang on to the coattails.
Yep.
Yeah, that's uh, fuck
Yeah, I
Tiger
agree
White.
with that. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god! I guess I missed something completely on that whole thing, but that's for another day, really.
yeah.
I don't we don't need to get no drama going up in here now.
No,
Um, but yeah, I love. There's something to be said about people that can go to a garage sale and just curate fun shit to look at and be
yeah,
around. That's what I love. I love seeing the items. I don't necessarily need to know the value of the items. That's always been the cool thing. It's like you go to 3 yard sales. Here's what I picked up. Open my trunk. You know what I mean? Like I miss those like basic things.
yeah, man. It was something just so awesome back then about going out and finding stuff like that. And a lot of stuff I had found, I didn't even know it was even worth a whole lot of money because, like I said, my internet was all crap. And all of a sudden, I got to hanging out with all you guys, and I was thinking, damn, I got Earthbound over there. I was like, what? I was like, what is this for? Oh, crap. I was like, dang.
Mer's saying after COVID, they really became sparse around here. Yeah, the flea
Yeah, for
market,
sure.
like that was the thing. Like I'll be honest, like during the COVID shit, I sold a bunch of stuff, but it was all doubles and broken systems that I sold, as
As
broke.
is. Yeah,
Yeah. So just pieces of stuff that I had kicking around, and I did a bunch, and I did well with that, but I didn't go on the channel and say, hey, this is what I did, because
yeah,
I didn't need to tip off anyone. They can do their own legwork if they want to do it. Shadju says the game has gotten harder. That's why you waste your time going to places just looking for one thing. Exactly. Yeah. If you're just looking
yeah,
for video games, you're done. You really need to know your shit inside and out.
yep. I'm talking if you're out there sourcing, you need to know about shoes, shirts, vintage clothing, uh, freaking weights, golf clubs, all kinds of crap, man. And it's a lot.
It
You
is.
think you're just going to jump out and be a reseller and go at the source and make money? No, I don't think so.
No, and I feel like a lot of people out there, yeah, they do, and I see all these people at the thrift, and they got shopping carts full of shit, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're buying that board game Risk? It's like, good luck selling that. It's
And it's
probably
been taped shut like three or
yeah,
four times.
yeah, and it's missing pieces, but they
Yeah,
don't know it's yeah. I'm like, and then where are you gonna store all this shit? You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
normal people with like a normal family. Like, you can't have your fucking house just piled up with shit. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work that way. So I see these people with carts, and I'm like, have fun. Have fun with that shit sitting in your house, clogging it up. And you realize, especially now having to pay taxes on it, it makes it even more tricky right there. So Murr says 2010, 2014 were the last real crazy years for me finding retro anywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like by 2018, it was kind of like starting to get a little bit competitive because it only takes one other competitor in your area to fuck up your whole system.
Yep.
And then you're fighting for the same scores daily, and it ruins it. It's like who's gonna, and if they don't have a job and that's all they're doing, it's like you're gonna lose just about every time.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing people from South Carolina, NC Picker, and all these other guys plumb out here in Woodbury, dude, and in Murfreesboro at the Goodwills down there. It's like,
How can you compete with that?
and they got armies of these people. They got crews also that go hit this town, and the main guy goes and hits this town. Then his wife and his daughter goes and hits this town. It's like, Jesus, man.
That's a big operation, right? Like when
Yeah,
you get
I mean, they're
like,
not playing this small time. I mean, geez.
oh my God. So Murr just said we had people posting fake yard sales as decoys down here.
Yep, he's right about that. I've seen that here too. That's
Oh,
what they do. Then you're out here searching this yard sale with all these fake pictures of good stuff, and they're over here hitting the yard sales that actually have the stuff. I've actually seen that.
Oh,
That is crazy.
once again, I'm just happy that I've really got so much stuff that I love and care about that I took care of it when I needed to get it before everything went crazy in the world. And now we're good. You know my room. You know what I got in my room. It's like I'm surrounded by everything I love and everything I need in my life to be entertained and inspired daily. So these people that are out there hustling for it, man, have fun, have at it. But I can't keep up with that no more. That's why I'm on to CDs, Wood, because that's the only thing people don't care about because they're not worth anything, half of them.
And the Goodwills are piled full of CDs.
Yep.
I'm in the CD racks at my Goodwills are full of stuff. You're not going to find no cool metal and stuff, but you might find some gems in there.
Exactly, and that you sift it once a week, and you might roll out with 10 CDs.
Yeah.
So, Shadju says YouTubers around here blew up every good spot. I only film random garage sales. Yeah, it's that's the problem, Shadju. If you're giving these, like, anytime you're giving all these tips away, and especially if you know people in your area that are like, they know who you are, that's a bad thing too. I have dudes that watch this channel from the area, and they go to my same spots, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. They come up like, oh, I'm such a big fan, man. I love the channel. I'm like, fuck, that's not good. I don't want you liking this channel because that means you know exactly what I do and what I look for. So now it's like the odds are so, and I go in at random times to go thrifting at my spots, and I'm like, how do I see the same goddamn guy every time at different? I'm like, do you just sit here all day and wait for stuff to come out?
Yeah, they do.
They probably do.
That's like Shad. He's got Ready Set Resale down there, and Cincinnati Picker, and all these other guys. I think even Homeschool Pickers and all them people are down there where Shad's at. They're coming in on your territory, Shad. You might have to.
Well, Shad Juice is saying that's what happened at my favorite thrift. I quit going. Yeah, because they start to know you there, and like they're like, oh, watch your channel, man. You inspired me to get the stuff you get. Sorry, now you ain't getting it. I've been saying that for years. That's why I never mention prices in any of the videos. For the most part, I try to keep it on the low key. Because I don't care about the price, because I know once it's out there what the value is of some of this stuff. That's when people go crazy, and
Yep. I mean, anybody sees good in anything and a profit of anything, don't think for a minute that they're not going to use it. And it's nothing against anybody, doing that kind of stuff. I mean, people's just going to say, hey, well, that's worth that. Just like I got a game I've just seen on the channel. Oh, I do have that game. It's worth $500. Let's sell that on eBay right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I won't lie. I've gone through the collection. At this point, I've sifted a couple times to reinvest. So what I'll do is say, hey, I just got my 1981 Marshall back, and I had it all redone, the hot pink, the beautiful. I sold a bunch of stuff that I didn't care about anymore from the collection to raise the money to pay for that. But now I got equity in a beautiful amp that I've loved, and it's my dream amp. So it sits next to me right here. I get to play it. I get to look at it. To me, it was just as worth, whatever video game. So it's like, and I've done it with drums as well lately. I've sifted through, sold a couple things to buy like better cymbals and stuff like that. So it's, I'm okay with that kind of stuff. I don't mind,
man.
right?
For sure.
But once again, I don't talk about it ever. So I try to keep it on the down low. Oh, Papa Pete's in the house.
Papa Pete, what up, man?
He says those Xbox OG games look awesome back there.
Thanks, Pete. I look forward to playing every one of them one of these years.
I mean, he's got to be getting close to that collection. I can't imagine he's too far off at this point. Can't imagine. I mean, Wood, are those double stacked? Those games behind you, are those like 2 rows back?
No, actually, this is Xbox 360 down here, and these are Xbox, and they're alphabetized.
All right, but that shelf holds just one game, or is it double deep?
No, it's not double deep.
Okay,
This is
so
just one row.
you can see the whole collection right there. Then,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a solid little collection right there. That ain't bad at all, especially since you got the Halo original Xbox up top there.
Oh man, I love some Halo.
I've lucked out. I found that twice out in the wild. That was a good day. Pete says pushing 750 plus, another 40 platinum hits.
So that's 790 games total. Dang.
Yeah.
That's substantial collection there.
That is. I tapped out on the Wii collection. I got to make a video eventually and be like, I've
completed that though, right, Dan?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I came up like 5 short.
Oh,
that's okay, and I'm okay with that.
It's a huge collection. Like, you had to
bucks.
Yeah, you had to build like special shelving for that. I mean, it looked awesome.
It still looks awesome, and it's a damn near collection. So, as far as that's a win to collect that many games. Like that was when GameStop was awesome too. You know, you could find all kinds of. It's unfortunate they've ruined everything too. It's not. You can't exploit their system anymore. That sucks. I remember CM Retro was super late to the whole GameStop thing. And then he got hip to it, and he's like, oh, shit, I've been missing out on this.
I think MC Merges put out a video about getting free games from GameStop. I think it's just new video out.
Oh,
yeah, so he's on to something already that
I'm sure they were just throwing away games that they put down to 1 penny that they were just going to get rid of anyways. You know what I mean? They usually throw them in the dumpster. But if you're like, hey, can I have that shitty VR game that no one wants? Let's see here. What else we got? MC Murr says, I would sell my whole collection right now, given the high values, but I don't want to be taxed.
Yeah, taxes would be rough on that, especially if it was on eBay. Could you imagine the taxes?
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it at all. I mean, you'd be losing so much money, and you'd be losing all your games on top of it. So,
yeah, plus shipping. Yeah.
Papa Pete says that's just original Xbox. Are you still the 3 short Veggie World golf game and exercise game, wasn't it? That's correct with the Wii. Those 3, but I also realized I'm missing one of the like 101 sports games. It was an Atlas title. They made 2 identical games. One was a sports version, one was a normal. I'm missing one of those, and I'm missing the Ride for Gold, Horse and Me, because there's 2 versions of that. There's a normal and then there's the gold version. I'm missing the gold. So I'm missing 5 games from the set.
Holy crap, that's about what CM's off his childhood collection NES stuff, right? It's about 5 games he likes.
Yeah, I think he said 3 he's missing.
It's 3 now? Okay.
In 3, I think, earlier. Mer says, I have a few new GameStop exploitative vids that they're definitely making it harder. Yeah, so you can get hip to something, but yeah, they are really making it difficult. I feel like over Christmas they had some stuff that you could really take advantage of, but the last couple months it's been dry. I've been waiting for something to pop up that you can kind of move some games, but hasn't been much. Facts.
Yeah.
So we've been at this about an hour and 15. I think we are going to almost wrap it up. I have one more thing I want to show, and you have one more thing you want to show.
One more, yeah. Yep. So go ahead, Dano.
I will go first. I'm going to wheel back here. McFarlane toys. I've been like on a kick with Mark McFarlane toys just because in the late '90s they made the coolest stuff. And I went on Macari and I found these. I found them for like $20 each, and I bought all three of them. What we have here is the Slapshot figures. You ever seen
I
the
never
movie
saw
Slapshot?
those. I've never saw those before.
Oh man! So it's the Hanson brothers. It's
Huh.
all three figures right here. The detail on these guys, just incredible. And Papa Pete will tell you that the movie is incredible. From 1977, Paul Newman was the star of it, but these Hanson brothers were like the kind of side stars. There was a couple sequels to the movie Slapshot that Hanson brothers were the only ones that were in all three movies. So because the other ones, the 2 and 3 are like real low budget, and these guys really weren't actors. They were kind of like former hockey players. So I love it. I love these figures. I have
those were cool.
I have a good collection right now of McFarlane toys. So those will go right in with those. And if you put all three of those guys together, they create like the hockey backboard over there.
Oh, nice.
You can see all three of them skating. So cool. Such good toys. And Papa Pete says, that's awesome. I knew. Game collectors have turned to toy collecting. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to do that because you hit the point where you have everything you want. So it's time to kind of just expand a little bit. That's what we've done. Mer says that is pretty cool. Pete says they still tour in character. Although one has recently announced that he's battling a serious illness. All right. That's not good. I did know about the Hanson brothers still kind of being active and doing cons and signing. They snapped together to form the Hockeytron. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pete, I'm going to display. I have a bunch of figures now. I have Motley Crue ones. I have the Kiss ones. I have the Mackenzie brothers. Once I get my house, I'm going to have a nice shelf that's all lit up and displayed. So, yeah. Mur says he's edging back into sports card collecting too. And I've done some of that with basketball as well. So, Wood, we're down to the last pickup right here.
Well, actually, now that you brought the toys out, I've got one before the last one, okay?
Okay.
So we was talking about McFarlane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I picked these guys up. Let's turn Pumpkin Head around here.
Oh, that was part of the Movie Maniac series, I do believe.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Because I have the Freddy. I don't have the Jason, but I have Leatherface as well. Those are awesome.
Check out that Pumpkin Head, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Where did you get those recently? You've had those?
I've had them for a while, but I never have, showed them on the tube or whatever. But they were a pickup down at the thrift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So here's the last one, and I don't know how you feel about this, Dano, but to me, this was one of those shows, and I'm just going to put it up like this, Dano. Just could you guess what one of my favorite shows from the 80s was?
I would say probably A-Team.
Yes, that's one of them.
Do I guess another?
Yeah, one more, then I'll show it.
Oh, from the 80s. Oh, come on now. I mean, there's a lot of shows. I don't know. If it was early 90s or late 80s, I'd say Quantum Leap, but I don't know.
No, man, it's the first 4 seasons sealed Magnum PI, man.
Oh, yeah.
Got Higgins. Oh, where am I at? Got Higgins back there. Magnum TC. Yeah, man, and it's sealed, dude.
You just found those two?
Yeah, this is what I was super excited about, man.
Oh, Yeah, to find them all sealed up like that.
Yeah, yeah, sealed.
That's awesome. That is
And
a
that was one of my favorite shows back in the day, man. I loved that show.
I used to watch it. I don't think I understood it completely though. It was a little bit over my head at moments, I feel like.
Well, it was kind of like, I'm not gonna say James Bond, but he was a PI. I mean, it was like a couple super cool private investigator guy with a Ferrari and this cool team of people with him. It went right along with the A Team, sort of in that same
Or
genre and
Knight
vein. So,
Rider.
yeah, Knight Rider, The Fall Guy, Simon and Simon. Oh, Simon and Simon, dude.
Airwolf.
Airwolf. Mary loves that.
I
That's one of
never
her
under
favorite.
Airwolf. I watched it for years. I never knew what that show was about. I just knew when the helicopter came out the side of the mountain, shit was going down.
Yes.
That's all I waited for.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I mean that Magnum PI, great snag. Crazy Joe's in the house. He's saying that Jason has a face under the mask.
Yes, he does. Go ahead and pull that mask off.
Oh, that is awesome. When I worked at KB Toys, I stole a bunch of those figures. That's why I still have the Leatherface sealed up. I still have the Freddy sealed up.
Oh, you still have them sealed. Nice,
I got them,
man.
yeah, they're hanging on the wall. I stole them when I was in high school when I worked at KB Toys.
But
And again,
Jason should have had like a chopping axe, I think, that went with him.
yeah.
Man,
Have you seen the Jaws one for that series?
I have that. It's the whole boat, the
You have
orca.
it?
I do have it
Shut
in
up.
there.
You got
No,
that?
I do. If we do another pickups vid next week, I'll bring it along, and you cannot wait to see some of Mary's stuff. I'll give you a sneak peek back here, Dan. I don't know if you can see back there. See that mummy?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's just a quick little sneak peek of some of her stuff.
Right.
I might have her own, I don't know.
Yeah, we definitely. I'd love to have you back, and we could talk some toys and maybe just pull some stuff off the walls and kind of and talk
For
about
sure,
it.
man.
Uh, Mur says a YouTube show about stealing would do well. Yeah, it probably
Yeah,
would.
I'd say it would, yeah.
You probably get busted though, But I guess it's been well shit going on almost 25 years, so I could probably talk about some of my thieving, show
Thieveries.
off show off some of that stuff, but man, this has been fun. This has been
Yeah, man.
a real good time, and I'm glad that we got a lot of the people from the community in. It was awesome having Murr in the house. Always good to have Crazy Joe in the house. Look at this. We got Star Lord in the house. What up, Dan? I just picked up a bunch of strategy guides at the Goodwill today, like all the God of Wars, and one even came with a DVD, Darksiders guides, stuff like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, nice.
I love hearing that. You get lucky with some of the modern strategy guides, like you still
The
can.
Prima, or however you pronounce that, Prima, Prima
Prima,
guides. Yeah.
or yeah, you do see some of that. The stuff that GameStop has sold in the last like 10 years, you can still kind of find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mur. Well, thank you. So yeah, why don't we try doing it again next Thursday, same time, 8 o'clock, and
Yep.
maybe we can even get someone else in here involved if someone wants to be involved, a third person to talk about some toys and games and what's going on in the culture. Shoot me a message on Facebook if anyone's watching this now and wants to be involved. I'm down to have you involved as well. So we're gonna sign off now, and everyone have a good night. Wood, we'll talk later on, and I'm gonna go eat some food and watch some Walking Dead right now.
Heck yeah, man.
Awesome. Have a good night.
See you, bud.
See ya.